Hey curl friends, welcome back to the Frizzandfrillzz channel. My name is Chloe, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of my curly tutorials, tips, and tricks. Today we're gonna be doing a really fun video where we're bringing in none other than my husband, Ryan, who has decided that he wants to start embracing his curls and letting them grow out a little bit more. Yes, he does have curls, I have curls. We're just a big curly family. So today we are going to be working with Curlsmith, and we are going to be finding his two perfect pairs of products as well as two perfect pairs that I'm going to be using. So we'll actually be going through two of our hair care routines, but I'm trying styling his hair for the first time with a new cut. This is going to be an experiment. We're going to see how it goes. Hopefully I don't mess it up. But let's go ahead and bring Ryan in here so he can tell you his 2 cents. Come on in, Ryan.
You need to clean your workspace. This is
I
gross.
just did my hair.
Ugh.
Here we have Ryan. So he got a new cut. We're gonna cut to his cut here in a minute, but is there anything that you wanna say to the curl friends?
Let's just say Chloe's on the high maintenance side. I'm on the most styling I've ever done, guys, is that. So, like, this should be interesting.
Where did you used to get your cuts?
Well, Chloe cut them.
I used to cut his hair.
And then I went to Great Clips. So, I mean, like I said, pretty low maintenance. When you see what her hair costs? Her haircuts cost.
Yeah, my haircuts are very expensive.
Yeah, so I mean.
And your haircuts are like, what, $20?
$20, baby.
So he finally got a professional cut from somebody who is trained in curls. So let's go ahead and cut right to it. Are you ready?
So ready, I just can't contain my excitement.
Okay, now that you got to see his haircut with Ronaldo, who did a phenomenal job. If you are local to Madison and you have a curly husband or partner or any thereof, he is apparently the go-to guy for curly man cuts. So I really love what he did with kind of just keeping it really nice and tight through the sides and longer and letting it grow out a little bit more on the top. Now, we need to wet this down, so we've got our ever so trusty Flairosol spray bottle, and we are going to wet down the top here. Now, before we start applying any products, let's talk about what we're gonna be using on Ryan today.
What are we using, Chloe?
So we are going to be using number 1. Here, Ryan, you can hold it.
Oh, I get to hold it.
You want to hold it?
Like
okay.
This. I'm supposed to look pretty and hold product?
How do you hold it for the camera? No, that.
Oh, I feel like that's what you'd roll with. Is right here, like.
Is that what I would hold it? I would hold it to the side. Okay, show them closer to the camera and let the camera adjust.
But then it blacks out my beautiful
Okay,
face.
and what is this called?
I don't know. What is it called? You picked it for me.
This is called the Hold Me Softly Style Balm, and this is really great for a wavy to curly texture, somebody who's wanting a softer hold. I normally would not use a product like this, but for his hair, I think this is gonna work really beautifully. And this is part of their sale currently, so if you haven't taken advantage of that, this is 25% off, as well as
a bunch of other products.
As well as a bunch of their other products are on sale for 25% off. This one, however, is not on sale, but I think this is gonna be a really nice, just a little bit of added hold for him.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Shape Up Aqua Gel. Okay, now do the same thing. Show them, and the label needs to be nice and centered. Beautiful,
Ooh.
Bravo.
So here we have the Shape Up Aqua Gel.
Mm-hmm. And what does that say, Ryan?
It's vegan, it's cruelty-free.
Fabo.
It's got some shiitake mushrooms, apparently. Juice guava.
Very natural, great ingredients.
Styling gel for weak and damaged hair. Do I have damaged hair?
You don't have damaged hair, but I still think this gel is gonna be great for you.
Okay.
This gel, what I love about it, it's also like a very kind of serum-y type texture, so I think it's gonna work nicely for his hair. We're gonna add a little bit more water to this, and then we're gonna get to styling. So we want this top part really nice and soaked, so we're basically starting from fresh, wet hair. For his hair, obviously he has a lot less hair than I do, so we are going to go in, I would say, just with probably a dime size amount right here. Okay, I'm gonna work that through my hands, and then I'm just gonna work that through his hair. Okay, now we have that nice and pulled through, especially the top. We're not really gonna be doing much on the sides because they are so short. They're not really at a curling stage. Then we're just gonna go in with the same amount, probably about a dime size, and we're gonna use that aqua gel, just that little bit. And you can see this consistency. It's really just, it really does feel almost like a serum, but it is in fact a gel. So it's really nice and lightweight, which is what I like about this and what I think will be good, hopefully, will be good for his hair. Okay, should we just, what do we think?
This is your show, Chloe.
Should we just do the mohawk?
The mohawk?
What do we think? So now we could just literally go like this and run it through and be done, but I don't think that's gonna give us those little baby curl clumps that I would like to see in his hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to run my fingers through, and you know how I do a finger coiling type of styling? I'm kind of gonna go in and do something similar and find some curls that are finding each other and just give them a little bit of help. And we're just gonna piece those through and see how this goes. Okay, we're going through and we're just kind of pulling those slightly together until I kind of feel like they're finding each other, because I don't want them to be overly pulled apart, since I know they'll do that naturally throughout the day. How do you feel about more height?
I mean, you're big into volume, I'm into functionality.
What's hilarious is that you are literally like almost the same height sitting down as I am standing right now. Like I'm trying to be on my tippy toes.
And I'm hunched over.
To see. Beautiful. Let's get these. These can be a little more damp. Look at that girl. Look at them.
She found a good
Look
one.
at them. They're so cute.
I don't need the greasers versus the
We're not gonna, no, you're gonna look nice and fluffy and fabulous and manly.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
I have really wanted to
You
look
were so
fluffy for so many years.
You were so concerned, right?
Yeah.
I think this is looking at a really, I think this is getting to a really good spot. So we are going to diffuse him today and get a really nice, I don't think this gel, if I remember right, casts very much because it is a lighter weight gel, but it'll at least give him a little more volume up top. Okay, let's do it. All right, we've got our trusty Shark Hyper Air diffuser. This is the pedal one. I adore the crap out of this dryer. So we're not gonna like extend the prongs a lot of times like I would, because we just don't need them. We're just doing this to make sure that we don't have like an actual just dryer alone where the air is going crazy, and then it's gonna take away those curl clumps. So obviously his diffusing process is gonna be pretty quick, and some of the hairs I'm noticing, because they are so short, that they are kind of starting to lay flat. So I'm just gonna put my fingers in by his scalp and just kind of hold them up a little bit to help give them that little bit of extra volume without disrupting anything. Before I let you see Ryan's final results, I'm gonna take you through the 2 products that I use to style my hair today. No peeking. We're gonna move over to my hair and then we will reveal at the same time. Okay, now that you have seen Ryan's styling, and we will reveal his results very shortly, right now I'm gonna go through my perfect pair with Curlsmith. And today, one of the ones that we're gonna use, which I haven't shown you guys in a while, but it's a really phenomenal one for when you need a little bit of extra strengthening and protein going on, which is the multitasking conditioner. This multitasking conditioner is exactly what it states. It is multitasking, so you can use it as a leave-in, which is how I'm gonna use it today, or you can also use it as a deep conditioner or just a normal conditioner. So you really can utilize it however you would like, and today I'm going to use it as my pre-styler / styler leave-in conditioner. And this one is almost gone, as you can see here, but we're gonna start with this as the leave-in, and then we're gonna move over to a second one. Now, as you guys probably know, I do like to use multiple stylers, but today we are going to use only 2, and the other one is going to be my all-time favorite, Souffle. This one is a medium hold gel, and I'm gonna show you what this looks like. Ooh, this one's a new one. I get to pop the top. I can't tell you how many of these I've gone through. When you open it up, it's like it's so gratifying. Can you see the jiggle? But those are the two we're gonna use today. So we're gonna start out by getting a couple clumps of the multitasking conditioner, and I'm going to go kind of on one side each. So I'm just gonna start out always starting on the ends, then moving it up in order to distribute that moisture really nicely throughout. And this is gonna be the first part of the application. Then we'll do a little bit up top, but if you have a finer texture hair, you really wanna stay away from getting too much by the scalp. And that's really with anybody. If you're looking to increase volume, you really wanna make sure that, see, I'm just using the extra bit around my crown and top, and I'm just bringing that in. And then once I go through with my brush as we're styling, that's also going to help properly distribute so that every strand gets some love. I'm also going to take just a little bit more right here, and I'm going to distribute a little more to the back. I don't know about you guys, but my crown area in the back tends to get the most frizzy because when you're laying down, even if you're just laying down on the sofa watching TV, it just goes through, I feel like, more. And for me, I have a little bit more of a coarse texture back there. I like to give her a little more love back there. Now I'm gonna go through and brush with my Tangle Teaser Tingling Brush. And I love this brush. It just goes through so smoothly, even if I am very naughty. Now that we are tangle free, looking really nice and moisturized, we've really positioned that multitasking conditioner to make sure it is really well brushed through. I really highly recommend doing that. And now we're gonna go in and add in our gel, which is going to be the souffle. We're gonna take a nice chunk of that, okay? Now, again, remember I have very thick hair, I have very dense hair, so we are going to be using probably a little more product than some of you would use. I love the slip of this. It just adds like extra slip. Like, you know how sometimes some products have silicones in them, which as you know, like, I'm perfectly fine with silicones, but they tend to add the extra slip with silicones. This is silicone free, and yet somehow it still has amazing slip. If I look at the ingredients, I think one of the main reasons why that is because the third ingredient on here is babasu oil. So maybe that's why. I am not a formulator, so I really am not sure, but I love it. And this is a flaxseed based gel. All right, so we got that through our ends, and now we're just going to pop this again to the back a little bit, into the top, just ever so slightly putting that on the top. Now, the reason I chose both of these is because I know I'm not looking for a super strong hold, because I know I'm gonna have to wash again. We have a trip coming up, and I like to wash like right before we leave for a trip. So I'm not looking for like the strongest hold. If I was looking for like a crazy strong hold, especially for vacation, I would highly recommend, it is the fragrance-free Shine line from them, and I would go for the Shine Gel, which is like a level 9 or 10 hold. It's very, very strong, and it has good anti-humidity properties. So if you're looking for something like that, I would definitely recommend trying that out. Now that I've added my first little bit of gel, I'm going to go through and I'm going to do my finger coiling method throughout my entire hair, separate it to make sure I get each and every piece the way I want it. And I'm going to fast forward that piece. Again, if you are wanting a tutorial on that, I do have an older tutorial, and I'm kind of thinking I might want to do an updated version. So if that's something you guys would like to see, please put it down in the comments, because I feel like I've changed some things since then. So I feel like that might be helpful for you guys. Okay, I am finished styling. I'm gonna go ahead and go dry, and then I'm gonna be back with both of our results. Da-da-da! Big reveal, okay? So his hair, I think, looks so good, but look how cute his curls are. I think it just turned out really nice, and it honestly turned out really good with, like, not being very, I feel like, tacky or too crunchy. I feel
it
like
doesn't feel crunchy. That's good.
Yeah, I feel like it didn't turn out too crunchy at all. Like I didn't even have to scrunch out crunch at all. So I think these worked really beautifully together to create a nice soft hold that still encouraged his curl. And as you can see with mine, these turned out, I think, really fabulous, nice and soft. I actually got a decent amount of volume today too on day one, which is always clutch. Ryan, you got a lot of volume too, right?
I always have volume.
You have so much volume. All of the volume.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I just
okay.
want to boink your curls. I just want to go boink.
I feel like we just gave her something to play with now for the next like, hour.
Seriously, I just want to play with your hair now. So tell us what you guys think. Do you think Ryan should style his hair like this all the time?
Special occasion?
I mean, I'm just saying, I think you should rock this all the time. How about special occasions and dinners out?
I mean,
Shake.
It's maybe.
We got it. And as a quick reminder, there are quite a few of the Curlsmith products on sale through the 14th. So make sure to check those out below in the description. And until then, what do we say?
Bye, curl friends.
Yeah. Bye, curl friends. We'll see you
Bye,
next
curl.
week.